What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another brand new series, or season should I say, of the best team in FIFA. For those of you that have been around since FIFA 13, you will know what the best team in FIFA is. Basically, it is a squad builder series where I either use teams that I'm enjoying playing with or teams that you guys send to me, build them, play with them, and then give my opinion on them. Today's episode is obviously episode 1, so if you guys could drop a thumbs up for that, that would be amazing. And of course, if you guys want to submit your teams for the best team in FIFA, be sure to be following me on Twitter. Link is in the description below, and then just look out for when I tweet for team suggestions. They'll usually come with price ranges or specifics, requirements, just so that we can combat everything that we're going to need. And the best team in FIFA, I didn't do it much last season because the meta was just so obvious. Everyone had the same team all the time. This year, there's no real meta this year. It's currently in terms of players or teams. And so I think specifically if you're looking at your own division or budgets and stuff, the best team in FIFA could be absolutely sensational again this year, because I think squad builders could be really important for many, many people. So if you could drop a thumbs up on the video for that, it would be very much appreciated. Secondly, today's the best team in FIFA is a little bit different because it is for the FUT swap player. Obviously, you have to win 3 games in FUT Rivals. I'm only going to be showing, I think, 4 games, 1 draw and the 3 victories. Normally for the best team in FIFA, I'll either do a live game with a team if it's a team that I've picked because I like it, or I'll do 5 games with a team. It's going to be a lot different this year again in one respect, because in previous years I would do it through divisions or Division 1, and the opponents generally weren't amazing. So I would constantly win games even with poor teams, even in Division 1. This year, because of FUT Rivals and how the matchmaking works, there's going to be a lot of losses in there, and I actually think it will give a better representation and understanding of the team. Anyway, let's get into the squad, because we've got to show you the whole team, and we've got to show you the what are they called? The dynamic tactics, the custom tactics. So in goal, guys, we are going for a Premier League themed team. There's only one non-Premier League player. In goal, we are going with David De Gea. Now, of course, this team for today, guys, is going to be very, very expensive. Most of you won't be able to afford it. I just wanted to use it to get the FUT swap player, like I said. We've got David De Gea in goal. He's already played 54 games for me, which is quite nice. And then in at right back, we're going to put use to the UCL card of Antonio Valencia that we packed on a previous video. Really nice stats there. I have given him an anchor chem style. I know it says -5s, but it is. We'll go and look at chemistry actually afterwards. Let's pop the whole defense in, because our next right back is going to be Davinson Sanchez. Right back, centre back, of course. Our next centre back is going to be my first owner, pack-pulled Marcel Desailly. How about that, guys? Tradable first owner. One of 3 prime icons that I've already picked up this year. And then in at left back is not going to be a special left back. It is just going to be the gold Ben Mendy. So most of you will be able to afford Ben Mendy. He is a great player. I've used him on both accounts, or 2 accounts I've been playing on. I've got a shadow on him, a nice boost to his defensive stats. Again, he'll get a bigger boost once we get the full chemistry, so we'll take a look at that in the meantime. But what I love about this back line is just in general, very fast, good defensive stats. Valencia's good going forwards and coming backwards. Has high work rates to go in line with that as well. Davinson Sanchez, medium high work rates, which is perfect. 6'2", which is great. Insanely well-rounded defending and physical, with good reactions and good pace as well. Marcel Desailly, of course, is a prime icon for a reason. Reactions and composure are out of this world. Physicals and defending are maxed out, and his pace is exceptional too. And then in terms of his height and work rates, medium high is perfect. 6'1" is a small problem. It's not a massive deal because we've got a 6'1" and a 6'2", but I do like to have a really big guy as a centre-back because of the near-post corners, which we're actually going to see in gameplay. And then Mendy, obviously at left-back, high-medium, 6'1", very good card. So that is the back line that we're going to be using in today's video, guys. Obviously, a relatively expensive backline. I don't know what Desailly is. Well, even relatively expensive. It's massively expensive. Desailly is like 1 million coins. The 2 Champions League cards are probably extinct and they're untradeable for me. Mendy's relatively cheap. De Gea now about 100,000 coins. Into the middle of the park we go, guys. And I've got, once again, for about the 3rd or 4th year running in FIFA, 2 of the most meta midfielders in the Premier League, and that goes by the way of Paul Pogba and N'Golo Kante. So Kante, as you guys know, is just a monster. Reactions, balance, agility, composure, great. Stamina and aggression, incredible. His defensive stats are already amazing. His passing, as you can see there, great short pass and long pass. His pace is very good. This is such a good card again this year, in spite of the fact that he's 5'6". You know, I personally don't like short midfielders. Kante is an exception to the rule because of how good and how well he plays. And Paul Pogba this year is just one of the best meta midfielders. Even though I'm saying there's no meta, this guy is the difference maker. Outside of icons, in my personal experience with this game so far, and I've played about 300 games of FIFA already, Paul Pogba is the best non-icon midfielder that I have personally used. Has insane stats, 4-star, 5-star, high-low work rate, 6'3", which is great. And like Kante, you know, he's got stats in all the right areas. His ball control, his composure, his strength and stamina are great. He's got good defending stats as well. You could actually convert him into a defensive midfielder or a defensive-minded midfielder if you wanted to put a shadow or a sentinel or something on him. His shooting is very, very good. Obviously, you've seen I've given him something to boost that finishing. Then his long shots and shot power go up. His vision, his passing is very, very good. You know, 95 short pass. With this chem style, it will go up to, I think, 97 and 90 long pass. This is just such a good card because strength in the midfield does seem to be super important this year, and height and power. And Pogba has that in abundance. And then my third centre midfielder in this team, guys, is actually a striker. It is going to be Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. You're going to see why. Obviously, with the game plans, I'm going to convert him up into the top of the field. So I know a lot of people like to start with the team that they go in with. I just switch straight away. Aubameyang, for me, one of my favourite players, one of my favourite attackers this year. You can see there's 71 goals and 27 assists in 66 games for Aubameyang for me. And I've played a fair bit of FUT Rivals on this account. Some of it is squad battles when I've got top 100, but generally this is mostly, well, probably about 50-50 for squad battles and FUT Rivals. In at the left wing spot, guys, one of the best players again this year. Finally got a good upgrade that kind of more benefits what he is about. And that is, you know, he's got that really nice positioning, finishing, shot power and long shots, great pace, really nice reactions, ball control and dribbling, good stam. And then there's got the 5-star, 4-star and is nice and tall. Absolutely sensational player again this year. I've already scored some bangers with him. And on the right wing, I was going to use... Who was I going to use? Wait, have I got him right forward or as right wing? I was going to use the Player of the Month, Lucas, but I've played with him a lot on my Road to Glory account, and I've got to be honest, I'm not blown away by his stats, you know, or by him in general. I think the lack of stamina and lack of strength really cost him a lot on the wing, because he just gets bullied all the time. And he doesn't have the stamina to keep up with play, so you end up subbing him off quite often. He's got really good technical stats. I actually think he'd probably make a better cam than a winger, especially with the 4-star skill moves and the medium work rates. But yeah, I wasn't like sold on Lucas at all, and that's why we're going with Salah here today. Bought him for 227k. Obviously a great card, 3-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves, much better stamina, much better strength than Lucas. Amazing dribbling stats, great finishing and positioning. Long shots leave a little to be desired at 83, but he still bangs them. He does. You'll see a few good goals from him in this video. And then my final player in this squad, guys, is going to be Harry Kane, the Hurricane. Absolutely sensational player this year in the game. Doesn't score incredible amounts, although saying that 33 and 35 is amazing. But he just gets involved in the game an obscene amount. As you can see, 33 goals and 29 assists from 35 games. And this is pretty much all FUT Rivals. This isn't any real squad battles. I got Kane after I'd finished with squad battles. So this is mostly FUT Rivals for him. I love this card. I feel like he deserves a 5-star weak foot, and EA haven't given that. But 6'2", high, 4-star weak foot, fantastic. And then his attribute details are just amazing. The reason why I gave him the chem style that I did, you could give him a Hunter if you wanted, or a Catalyst if you want to boost curve up. I gave him this chem style. I wanted to boost that dribbling, that composure, the reactions. Basically, I wanted to boost the dribbling as much as possible. And then we also got his volleys up and his finishing and positioning up. So his shot power and long shots are also very good. This Kane card is a beast. So that is a squad, guys. it is obviously a stupidly expensive squad. You're looking at over 2 million coins, I'd say, for this squad. Most people wouldn't be able to afford it, but this is the best team in FIFA, not the cheapest team in FIFA. We will have some cheap squads. Let us have a look, guys, then. So at the chemistry on these players, obviously David De Gea we keep at basic, 99 diving, 95 handling, 97 kicking, 99 reflexes, and 98 positioning. That's why his base card has always been one of the best in the game, specifically at chemistry has worked like this the entire time. In for Valencia, we've given him the anchor, little pace boost, good defending and physical boost, making him stupidly well-rounded. And the same with Davinson Sanchez, very well-rounded now. He's got good strength and aggression already. The Shadow gives him a really nice pace boost, up to 87 acceleration, 90 sprint speed, and then good defending. Desai is an absolute monster. Ben Mendy, very good stats. With the strength and aggression that he's got as a fullback with good height and great pace, this becomes a good card. Probably the weakest spot in the team, funnily enough. The left-backs in general in the Premier League aren't overly amazing. Would have been nice if we could get his Champions League card, but we couldn't. There's none on the market. Kante, obviously, with the Shadow, insane pace, maxed out defensive stats, perfect. Paul Pogba, I've given the Deadeye, as we explained before, to give that nice passing boost and that nice finishing boost of plus 15, which, again, we'll probably see utilised in this video here somewhere down the line. Aubameyang, we've given a sniper to. Boost that agility, boost that balance. You know, he's already got the pace. Boost that dribbling and composure, making him clinical in front of goal. Boost his finishing as well up to 99, makes him a great striker. Mo Salah, we have given... what have I given to him? Catalyst, so pace boost up to the max. The reason why I gave him Catalyst because I want that crossing up. I've got Harry Kane in the squad and Aubameyang at 6'2" as well. They're both really tall, good strikers with good ability to head the ball. So I wanted to be able to cross the best he can. Harry Kane, again, with the sniper, boost on dribbling, just like with Aubameyang. No, pace boost on Harry Kane is not going to make a noticeable change for him in game anyway. And then Heung-min Son, guys, with the Hunter, gets up to 96 shot power, 91 finishing and positioning, 90 volleys, 91 penalties, 95 sprint speed, 97 acceleration. This card is just amazing, and that is the squad. So into the game plans, just very quickly here, guys. I want to get into the gameplay here. I've got 4 game plans. So I've got attacking 4-4-2. This is my basic go-to. I'm starting the game like this game plan. The way we set up is like you see on the screen now. So Aubameyang and Kane up top, Salah and Son on the wings, Pogba and Kante in the middle of the park, and then the defence the same. For instructions, we've got Aubameyang stay central, getting behind and stay forward, and Harry Kane to stay central and getting behind, but he doesn't stay forward. Obviously, I want to try and utilise the pace of Aubameyang on counter-attacks and breakaways. For Mo Salah, I think it's pretty basic here. We've got him to cut inside and get into the box for crosses, but everything else is default. Kante, as you can see, is stay back while attacking. Even though we're not in a CDM slot here, I want him to be a bruiser in the midfield that breaks up the play. And for Paul Pogba, everything is default, except for, see here, defensive position. It's cover wing by default, and that's poor because if you've got two centre midfielders like I've got, and your players go down the wings, they're going to get drawn out, and there's going to be so much space left in the middle for people to walk into and hit those long shots. So I do change both my centre midfielders to cover centre instead of cover wings, as you can see there. Then Heung-min Son is basically exactly the same, except I've got him to get into the box for crosses. Crosses I feel like can be super, super overpowered this year in FIFA. And then the fullbacks are just all the same, apart from Valencia. Join the attack and overlap. Didn't give that to Mendy because he doesn't have... Well, Valencia will like the high work rates, a good stamina, the good crossing, stuff like that. Mendy doesn't really have that available. He doesn't really have the attacking prowess. So we just leave him back to defend. So that's like the main go-to formation. And as you can see with the style there, we're on constant pressure, really high pushed up, and a little bit of low width. And then the offensive style is possession, because I do like to hold the ball a lot. Good width, good players in the box, good corners, good free kicks. This stuff here is really just your preference. You don't have to follow me on this one, but that is where we're at with the first game plan. We then have our defensive 4-2-3-1. So if I'm, basically if I'm in a game that's tight and I'm just trying to hold on to a lead, we got a 4-2-3-1 with the setup like this. So once again, the fullbacks, I think the fullbacks on this one are actually stay back while attacking. No, so mixed for him and mixed for him. Default for Salah, stay back while attacking for Kante, stay back while attacking for Pogba, and then default for Heung-min Son. We've actually got Harry Kane in at cam, just because of those finesse shots from the top of the box. We've got also get into the box for crosses, and then for Aubameyang, always my strikers are stay central getting behind if they got a lot of pace. In terms of the formation, obviously the 4-2-3-1, and in terms of the tactics, we're just dropping back here. We just want to basically just don't want to lose the ball and get countered. So we're just trying to hold the ball with the possession play. And then if we do lose the ball, our team's already quite deep. It's just a really good way to see out games that you're nervous in or just trying to hang on to, which is quite nice. We've then got our 4-3-2-1 long ball. This is kind of like my, if I'm desperate, kind of game plan. We've got, as you can see, Harry Kane get forward, get into the box for crosses and free roam. Paul Pogba and Kante stay back while attacking. So essentially what we've got is we've got a 4-2-4. So because Harry Kane is going to get forward and get into the box, we've got three attackers. Son stays central getting behind, Aubameyang stays central getting behind, Salah stays central getting behind. And it's going to create this world where I've got the four defenders, Kante and Pogba just sitting a bit deep, and then four players right up there, right in the centre. And it's kind of like my Hail Mary, I need this to work kind of formation there. And then last but not least, we've got our 4-2-3-1 offensive. The reason why I've gone for a 4-2-3-1 offensive formation is because sometimes if somebody's got like a really wide formation, the 4-4-2 doesn't work very well against it. You don't get much space with those wingers. So on those instances, we drop into the 4-2-3-1, and this is the 4-2-3-1 narrow. So we've got obviously Cam, Son, Kane, and Salah, and it's very much the same. Kante and Pogba are going to stay back while attacking. Well, Pogba actually not, just Kante to stay back while attacking. As I say, this is an offensive 4-2-3-1. This is for me to try and score goals, not to close out games. Aubameyang once again stays central, getting behind. Harry Kane to stay forwards, and then Heung-min Son stay forwards, and Mo Salah stay forwards. This is a really offensive formation, and you'll notice even like when I've got the ball, when I get a goal kick or a free kick, all four of those attackers are up. It almost looks like a 4-2-4 in game because the two wingers are up. Harry Kane stands up alongside Mo Aubameyang, and then it's just Pogba and Kante in the midfield. Fortunately, we've got the players to be able to pull off those kind of tactics, but that, guys, is the squad. Let's go and get into the action. Okay, guys, so as we get into the gameplay, the first opponent we come up against has got a really nice team. Dybala, Costa, Champions League, Fred, ones to watch, Goretzka and Keita, and player of the month, Lucas up front. He's got the ones to watch, Alisson, Van Dijk, Zule, Roussillon and Valencia in the team. So a little chemistry issues with his two centre-backs, but nothing major. Actually, Van Dijk might have been on full chem, but definitely Zule wasn't. And I was actually happy to come up against teams like this because although I have played some FUT rivals on this account, I am only in Division 4. Well, I say only in Division 4. I don't really know what my zone is right now. I don't know what division I should be in. On my pack-only Road to Glory account, I'm on the cusp of Division 3, and I just don't want to go up because the rewards aren't better. But yeah, so coming up against these good teams is good and a good test for this team because it wouldn't have been fun if I just came up against absolute dog teams, battered them senseless, and that was the end. You know, that would have been pretty boring. But we go take a 2-0 lead against this guy, ends up getting a goal from a corner. I don't concede many goals in this stint of games here, but they all come from corners. So we go 2-1. We then get the ball through to Harry Kane just after half-time, 5-10 minutes after half-time. Harry Kane puts that one under the goalkeeper to score. Lovely assist from Aubameyang with the heel-to-heel flick. And the two-striker duo just work really well together in this team. Like I say, you know, it's a fast striker and then a target man. Even though Aubameyang can be used as a target man, the pace there of Aubameyang gets him through, gets him round, chips the keeper to make it 4-1. And that is how this game finished. So goals from Son, from Kane, and from Aubameyang for me. I can't remember who scored the fourth. Did Salah get a goal in this game? I can't remember. But you can see there by the match stats, dominated possession and chances and passing. And that shows how this team plays and how I've set up to, you know, I did switch into the 4-2-3-1 defensive there to just hold the ball a lot. And then into the second team, we come up against, again, player of the month, Lucas, Lukaku, Martial, Fabinho, Davinson Sanchez and Eric Bailly, Pereira and Robertson, Ederson in goal, of course, and then Kovacic out on that left-hand side of the centre of midfield. Again, a really nice team. You know, not quite as good as mine in some regards. You know, obviously, I've got like the Mo Salah and the Marcel Desailly. I've got a few of the Champions League players, but definitely not a team that's a million miles behind and you can say, okay, this isn't a fair fight. And again, we get the goal there with Heung-min Son, a lovely time finesse at the near post around the goalkeeper into that top left-hand corner, and it wasn't until the second half that the next chance and goal came. Kante and Pogba just sitting nice and deep in the midfield there for me, working the space, finding the angles, eventually get Salah, and there's that finesse shot I was talking about when building the team. What a goal that is from Mo Salah. And if you want to back off of a team like this, or not even like this, even if you've got a good team, you can't back off really, or an average team, because the time finesses are so good. I then give up a penalty that I don't think was a penalty. I wasn't even controlling Mendy. I think Lukaku just ran into him. Lukaku went down right on the edge of the box. Very harsh penalty to concede, but it was what it was. The guy ends up scoring the pen into the bottom right-hand corner there. Fortunately enough, again, the formation switch, I think you'll see at the end of the game here, the formation switch into the 4-2-3-1, as you can see, the wide version, so the defensive version for me, was enough to win me that game. I did bring on Bale and Deco as subs, but it was like the 90th minute when they came on, so they really didn't make an impact. And that was a much closer, tougher game. That guy was decent, good passing, good possession, created good chances, and I edged that one, so very nice indeed. And then into the final game we go here, guys. We come up against a really nice team. Champions League, Thiago Silva, an icon in goal, another player of the month, Lucas, Mane, Aubameyang, Idrissa Gueye, Kovacic again, Valencia. A lot of the, very, very few similar players to me. Some of the same players, in fact, to me. And I was worried about this team. This is a good team. This guy was a decent player in the first sort of 10-15 minutes until I figured him out. But he actually scores a bicycle kick against me. So all 3 goals that we conceded during this 3 games were from set pieces, 2 corners and 1 penalty. You genuinely just can't defend that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like there's not a lot you can do as a player when the game just has that happen. You know what I mean? Like you could probably make some minor adjustments to not concede the set pieces in the first place. But we got back on terms just 10 minutes after with Heung-min Son, and then we scored another goal here with Heung-min Son. Lovely little play off of the free kick, couple of 1-2s in there, and then another finesse shot. And I think Son was definitely the man of the episode here, scoring some great goals. If you can afford him, he's not overly expensive this year based on how many rewards are given out. Get him in your team. He's worth it. He's brilliant. And we switched into that defensive 4-2-3-1 again, and you'll see here the possession that I had was just devastating. Absolutely took this guy apart. That, though, guys, is already the end of the gameplay. A nice, easy 3 wins. Let's go and claim that player. All right, guys, so there you have it. We got ourselves the 3 victories needed to claim our first Swap Deals player. I do want to get every Swap Deals player that's available on this Xbox account, which might mean a lot of gameplay on this account, but we're going to get it done. So Swap Deals player has been completed. And I tell you something, the Swap Deals cards look fantastic. Even these ones that are the token cards, they just look really, really clean. So we get ourselves a Burnich Dortmund player. Is this an upgrade, or is this literally just a special version of him? I'm not entirely sure. Let me go into Foothead and have a look if what's his name, Burnich. Yeah, so it's the same card. So it's exactly the same as his base card. It would have been nice if EA gave this guy like a little upgrade, like a first inform, popped him up to a 74 or something. This isn't a card you're ever going to use. This is literally a token card upgrade. This is a gesture of token, not anything else. So you're going to take this Burnich card and you're going to burn it. You are going to burn it. So in terms of the players for FUT Swap, just quickly before we get out of here, I'm personally not going to take the players, I don't think. I think I'm going to take the packs. You get 14 tokens in total, so we could take a mega pack for 8 tokens and the premium gold players pack for 6 tokens. So I'm going to take these 2 packs here, the 8 and 6. You guys can do whatever you wish. I know for some people, some of these players are really nice for you. I personally have no desire for any of these players. The only reason why I might go for one of these players is because the card design is phenomenal and I would love to have one in my club. So I don't know on that one. But guys, this is the end of episode 1 of the best team in FIFA. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to leave a like, rate and comment and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.